So Marco, Fran, thanks for joining us again.
Thanks for being here.
So we've just covered the non-locking carabiners. Now we're going to move on to the locking. And I know, Marco, you were going to kick things off by telling us a bit about the design and the technology that goes into all camp locking carabiners.
Yes, exactly. For 2020, we redesigned the whole line of our locking carabiners. And they all have some common features. So, of course, we worked on the design of the carabiners, but especially we worked on the gate action, on the gate shape, and on the nose shape. So these are the common features to all the locking carabiners. We have now a much smoother connection between the nose and the gate. So you can see here at the camera, the space between the nose and the gate and the screw, it's very limited. So this is a common feature to all the line. And we also added a laser marking when the gate is open. It shows this message, this warning message. And then, of course, the action of the lever in all the range, it's much smoother. And also the action of the screw, which has been redesigned, it's a ergonomic and better screw. It's also super fast to open and close. So those are the common features. And then we can go into the details of the different shapes and the different functions of the different carabiners we have in the line.
Which would you like to start off with then?
So the Atom range is our best-selling HMS. So it is a pear shape, so it has a very wide gate opening. And we have a different stuff. We have the classical screw gate. We have the belay lock with the captive bar, so for belaying and avoiding cross-loading. And then, of course, we have the twist lock and three lock versions. So this is our biggest HMS carabiner in the line, and is actually the most popular because every climber have at least 2 or 3 of these kind of carabiners on their harnesses. In fact, I would like to introduce the core, which is not a smaller version, be close to the Atom, but it's a symmetric pear shape. So it works perfectly with the 2 ropes when we belay with a tuber with 2 ropes, because there is enough space for 2 ropes and none of the 2 ropes is squeezed on one side of the carabiner. And it also has a round shape. So it has a very smooth action on the ropes. It's very gentle on the ropes. So while most of the carabiners now on the market have a I-beam shape, this has a round shape, so it's very gentle on the rope.
I guess the other positive to that, Marco, is the durability as well.
Exactly. So it has definitively a wider section than other carabiners. So it's a very tough and strong carabiner.
And was there anything else you wanted to show us as well for the audience?
Third HMS carabiner, which I believe it's one of the most interesting, and especially in the line, is the Nitro. So Nitro is actually the lightest HMS in our range. It's weight only 56 grams. So it's actually very close to a normal racking carabiner or a smaller screw carabiner, but it's an HMS carabiner with a very wide gate opening, and it featured the same super smooth action on the gate and on the screw, and this very smooth connection between the main body and the gate. Nitro, a great piece of gear because of its weight. So again, we value a lot the fact that we can cut some grams in our racking, in our gears, and this at the end makes a big difference when we go out, especially for the big alpine routes.
Because I guess this is something that you could use to belay with, but could also use to clip clove hitches, clip yourself into belays as well. It looks quite versatile because of its shape.
Because of this shape and because of this big opening gate, it works perfectly with two ropes or with jerk hitches or with any kind of rope operation.
Fran, did you want to say anything as well from a UK perspective as well?
I think, again, a lot of the camp locking carabiners are extremely relevant to the UK market, as is the story with the non-locking. One of the carabiners actually that Marco didn't actually mention there, which is one of my personal favourites from the range, again goes back to that perhaps that entry level area, and that's the Orbit. Orbit's slightly different. It's clearly not a belay carabiner, although there's no reason why you couldn't belay on it with a Grieg or whatever. But it's one of these lovely little super lightweight carabiners. The sort of thing that I always find myself carrying a bunch of, even sometimes sport climbing where you're thinking, I'm going to put a screw get on that one because I don't like the look of the next few moves, and something like that's perfect for that. Again, filtering across from the non-locking designs, you've got that beautiful slim nose, which is just incredible on such, on what is for camp an entry level piece. I'd reiterate what Marco says about the core as well, with that beautiful big open space. Again, as both of us as Peak District residents or on the edge of the Peak District, we still see a lot of people belaying with double ropes on some routes on the grid, even quite short ones. It's the only way to climb. Certainly when you go to the lakes and so on, in North Wales, it's de rigueur. So obviously having that in the range is fantastic. And also on the Atoms, which is obviously where the range is based around. Again, one of the things I like about the Atom belay is just how easy this locking thing is to use. It's not a novel idea, but actually it's actually in its execution, it's really neat because it's very, very easy to move in and out. I think we've all used this sort of carabiner in the past and sort of lost fingernails. I was trying to get them into the belay loops, and this one here is really easy to use. And personally, I'm not a massive fan of twist locks. Maybe I'm just not coordinated enough to use them. But actually, one of the carabiners in the camp range, which is really worth thinking about, especially if you're climbing with young kids or novices, and you're just perhaps you're climbing with them and you're just a little bit worried about them accidentally untying themselves. The double twist in the Atom range is a really safe carabiner because it won't even twist that way. So there you've got there you got your standard twist lock with that easier. Even I can use that. But on the double twist, you actually have to lift and twist to open. So a really safe bit of kit if you use it if you're climbing with novices or kids. So again, something for everybody there, and the range that starts at around about the £11 price point, really easily accessible as well.
Hey, well, thanks to you both for taking us through the range there. I say lots of products to look forward to using when it gets dry and bright enough to go out and actually use them. But yeah, thanks once again, guys, and hopefully catch up soon.
Thanks for the opportunity, Rob.
Thanks, Rob. Thank you very much.